Hi guys, it's Carrie and I have a new project to share with you. This is a first of ever making a lap book, and so I was inspired to make this by watching tutorial videos from Orta. I will link her video below. She has got tutorials out there. There are actually a total of 7 of them. But I'll be sure to link the first one below, and then you can just kind of follow, each video after each one. But she creates lap books, and I had never seen them before, and I wanted to give it a try, and so I did. And this is what I came up with. So in order to make this, you need 6 manila file folders to get this whole cool effect. It like flips out and there's tucks and all kinds of funsy stuff. So here's my cover, and I just built myself a little pocket here along the side, and I just put a little, a strip of the scrapbook paper just to kind of define the tuck spot. And then I just dressed just a couple of little manila tags and stuck them in. I thought they worked really well. And then here's the back, what it looks like. And if you look at this up close, it's all maps, but the way that they design this paper, I just think it's so neat. I'm loving it. And then I have wrapped it with some coffee dyed seam binding for my closure. So we're going to go ahead and go into this little lap book of mine, and I will take you through. I have put some pictures and such in here from a trip to the ocean that we took with our good friends who love to travel as much as we do. And so that's what you're going to see, kind of going on as we dig in. So here's what happens. You've got 6 file folders. I'm going to try to stop shaking this camera. Might shake a little extra since I'm going to be kind of flipping and moving, so I just apologize in advance, you guys. Also, I've got a little throat situation going on as well, so I apologize ahead of time if I cough or have to clear my throat or something. I'm still on the tail end of a cold that's just been hanging on for eternity. Okay, so here's my inside cover. I worked with 2 different paper kits, both coming from DCWV. One is called World Maps, and the other one was a really cool vintage travel theme. It's not close to me, so I can't tell you exactly the name of it, but I got them both at Joann's, and I love them. And so this paper here is from the Vintage Postal. And then I have a postcard in here from Ocean Shores, Washington. I had 2 little glassine bags that I cut and then just stitched around and glued to my paper, just little pocket tucks. And then what happens with this flip book, and I'm going to move this over here so we can kind of do one side sort of at a time. So you flip it open, and there are kind of 2 sides to this. So I'm going to start us over here. What I did here was just stitched around some of my world map paper. I took a couple of the die cuts that actually came with the paper pad and turned them into pockets. And then as you move again, we're going to flip out again. So I have 3 glassine bags that I cut the gussets off of, and I stitched around them, and I just put them into here. So they made just little pockets, but I removed the bulk from the gusset of the glassine bag, just because this is already going to get thick. It's already getting thick. It's not totally done yet either, but it's in the works. So nice little landing spot for your little pieces of ephemera. This is where we stayed when we went. Ocean Shores, which is the west side, obviously, of Washington. I'm over here on the east side, so it's like an across the state trip, but it was fun. This is myself and my husband, Jeff. Put that little picture in there. And I just got some avocado dyed envelopes from Denise. She has a shop over on Etsy. I don't have her card near me to tell you what the name of it is. But anyways, she was making avocado dyed, and I had never actually seen it in person. And so I wanted to get a few and give it a try. And I think they just turned out really pretty. So I'll find her shop and I'll link her below. This is a pocket. So you can tuck some additional ephemera in there, or, just notes pages, whatever you want. Then we flip again. So over here, I have got some little hinge flips that are attached, and they open up like this. So here we are taking our little selfies on the beach, just for fun. But it's cool because you can store a lot of pictures in this book, and that's why I was really kind of digging on this whole process. So I measured this as 3.5 inches wide. This one is, I think, 6, and these ones each are 2. I have an HP sprocket that prints out little 2x3 photos. And so as I was building this, I was, kind of intentional with what I was doing and thinking, okay, where can I put these little pictures that I know I'm going to be printing out? So I'm nearing the end of this. However, my sprocket's charging, so I don't have all of my photos in. But I'll put one here, here, and I actually could fit 3 here. Might be a little bit tight, so we'll see if I actually end up doing that. But fun nonetheless. And then I've just got some scrapbook paper here that I stitched around, and then I layered the waves rolling in, which I thought were so pretty. Just gorgeous. Then we're going to flip again. Here we are taking a selfie on the beach, gone Sasquatching. Here's little old Bigfoot hanging out in Ocean City. We went to this cool place. It's called the Marketplace, where they do these beautiful wood carvings like this. You'll see one over on the other side as well. But I thought they were so pretty and so cool. And so we were taking photos, having some funsy. Bigfoot's real big and on the west side. So if you're ever, looking to maybe see him, you should head over. Okay, all the fun touristy stuff. So here are the boys out on the ocean. Here we are at this cool place standing in front of Sharky's, which I think you can see a little postcard, or actually a picture of the front of Sharky's. Sharky's is a cool place over in Ocean Shores, and it is like a total tourist trap, which happens to be my favorite. All kinds of fun little tchotchkes and postcards and just stuff that you can get. And I love doing stuff like that in the local towns. I just think it's so fun. But that was one of our favorite little spots. Here we are taking photos on the beach. We've got more waves rolling in this big, beautiful piece of wood. I wanted to capture that. So I just tucked the pictures underneath these postcards that I washi in. So that's the first side of the flip. I'm going to close that. And I'm going to pull us now over here. So this piece is my inner cover. This cutie little baby Sasquatch is one of the wood carvings. I had to take his photo because I thought that he was so cute. He was very expensive, so he did not come home with me, but I loved him nonetheless. On my first inner cover, I just made a pocket, so I've just tucked a few things in here. Here's one of those avocado envelopes. This is a pretty postcard that I got when I was over there. On the back, just had a picture that we took. Another one of little selfies that you do when you're on a little mini vacay. Let me tuck this back in. This is the front of Sharky's. So this is a photo, but we just wanted to take a picture of it. Put some coffee dye paper on the back so that I could journal on it. And then I just got this little altered paper clip from Denise, where I got those avocado envelopes. And then here is just a postcard with some shark teeth. Look. So, had to have that. I mean, hello. Tourist here. This is a large pocket. So right now I just have a piece of scrapbook paper tucked in, but you could put brochures and maps and all kinds of cool things that you find with your travels. So now we're going to flip again, and you can see like how it expands and how big it actually really gets. So on this side, I've got some more of that paper. This cute little post is Stampin' Up. I have a friend who I work with who is a demonstrator. And so she always has cool stuff, and she's like our hookup at work, of course, But anyway, she gifted me these. It's a whole little kit. And they come this way, except for I added a button. But I left it open so that I could put a picture here. And then the way that I attached it, I can still, sort of tuck behind. Or I could take this tag and tuck it in like this. I'll probably leave it tucked in, but I think I maybe need to cut it down just to smidge it. But you could see I could do both. Right? So isn't that kind of fun? And then I'll probably put some pictures or something up at the top. I just haven't decided yet. We're going to flip again. And I'm going to close this side so we can be sure that we're actually staying in the frame as I'm trying to hold my camera. You guys remember, it's just a cell phone, like an arm, like a, not the octopus. I bought a tripod. I just haven't tried it yet. I got to figure out all of that stuff. Anyway, I made a pocket over here and I just tucked in some ephemera, including this postcard. Put some paper on the back. I've got a little flip out, take the scenic route, and I just put a drift log on the back, one of my little HP Sprocket pictures, and then I can journal about it. Here's where we stayed, the beach resort and casino, so I took a photo of that. And then here we are just kind of hanging out on the beach. Not a lot of great color in these pictures, but that's literally the picture, not the sprocket. So just wanted to let you know there was one day where it was a little bit gloomy. I've got sunset and clam diggers postcards, and then I also attached a postcard to the back, SS Catalia, and I just tucked them inside of this pocket here. I got a Sharkies, and then we have Washington Coast, which I thought was pretty, and I love postcards. I love to collect them, different places that I go, so this is a cool way to store them, you know, inside of your journal. So you can see them on the front and the back, which is why I liked this idea. I've got another flip going over here. So here's one of the bears from the marketplace where we were, where they were doing those beautiful wood carvings where Bigfoot was hanging out on the beach. Now this thing, when we were walking up towards this, when you're coming from afar, you're like, wait a minute, what's that? And I was thinking, that better not be a snake. That's all I can say. It wasn't. It's like a kelp or a seaweed or something. I didn't pick it up, but of course my husband did. So here's one of those little HP sprockets. I'm going to put another one here. Again, just waiting for it to charge. Ocean City Marketplace. We've got this guy who is a big statue out front, one of the stores. We had our footprints that we took in the sand. Here we are just hanging out by some driftwood, taking photo ops. You know how you are when you're on vacay. Ocean Shores postcard, and then Grays Harbor Lighthouse. And then as I flip over, there's two more. We've got our little sailor lady, and then we've got the big seagulls sitting on the dock. Over here, I've got another postcard flip situation. So this was our favorite shopping area. All kinds of cute little local shops where you can just find neat stuff. And it looks like it was called Galway Square. So if you ever go there, watch for that. And then on the back, I've got a jellyfish. We've got flying kites, which kites, of course, are huge on the beach. People doing them everywhere, so we got to do that as well. North Bend Lighthouse. And then flying kites in Washington. Here's Deb and Chuck, our good traveling buddies, longtime friends. And then here is my husband and myself. What's this? What is this? Hold on. This is gonna bug me. Oh, it's the it's the shark picture. I'm like, what is that sticking up? I don't know what that's attached to. Okay, mystery solved, you guys. I figured it out. I'm gonna close, and then I'm going to reopen here. Here's my center. So double pockets. I have a pocket here. I have a pocket here. These two, this is Storm, this is Rainbow. They are bee butterfly zombie cuties that I created in my head just on a random Saturday morning. Some of you may have seen the first ones that I did. I did post a couple of pictures of them on Instagram and then also in some groups. But I just love them. They're so funny to me because they're so weird, which is kind of us. You know, like traveling around on vacation, just being silly and just having fun and in the moment. And so I changed their outfits. They're wearing maps now for their dresses. But all I do is stitch their faces, give them some buttons and a little bit of foof, and that's it. Oh, these are inverted butterfly wings from Can Company. So you take one and then you just flip the other one upside down, which is fine because they're zombies, right? That's totally doable. At least in my head it is. And that's what I'm going with. Okay, here I took some, well, this is a postcard, you know, flying of the kites. But I just took some sheets of coffee dye paper. I think there's 5. Yep, 5. Stitched them to just some map paper from the paper pad that I was working with, because I figured I want to have a place to land, you know, and usually we're all making junk journals where it's easy to, you know, journal in because it's like a book, but this thing was so different that I was like, oh, okay, what can I do? That's what I mean by making it your own. So you can have as many pockets as you want or as few as you want. You can add paper. You can just do whatever you want to do because it's yours. So I like these because of the activity that takes place and how they're, you know, kind of flipping and moving and just doing stuff, and they get so big. But I think they're cool. So I hope that you guys check it out. Lapbooks is what they're called. Kathy Orta is the tutorial that I took. She does have 7 of them. Oh, here's a few little stragglers. Let me get those out of here. I wrote down instructions because the first time I did it, I mean, it took a while. You know, you got to kind of figure it out. And, you know, sometimes I jump ahead just a smidge, or I'm like, oh, yeah, I think I got that. And then I'm like, nope, didn't have that. It didn't fit. So a little bit of trial and error, which I think is true with anything that you do, right? I mean, we've all, think about the first time you made a junk journal. We improve as we go. So I wrote down the instructions, and the second time it was actually, believe it or not, quicker. So with this, because it's getting fat, you know, you got to kind of cinch it up a bit to get to close, which is totally fine. I'm not going to tie it on camera because you guys know how to tie. But anyway, I just wanted to share this fun little project with you. I think they're cool. I did make one other one. It's country Christmas themed, and I will, I think I could totally make a video for it, but anyway, I'll show you guys. You'll see it soon. It turned out pretty cute as well. And here's what I love the most. Buying a paper pad or looking at all of the paper pads that you have purchased, and you know how they're all intentionally, you know, coordinating, right? And so this was a cool place to utilize a lot of your paper. I'm a collector of paper, and I've been really focusing this year on use it. My friend and I were just having a conversation about how, you know, you love paper so much. We're like, no, we're not going to use it. And then it just sits, and you're like, oh, you're so pretty, but nope, not touching it. And so we're like, nope, we're doing it. We're going to touch it. We are going to use it and turn it into something great. So anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.